Hey everyone, ELD here with a story that is as memorable as it is devastating. This happened at EW this year in Pittsburgh against Justin Gennari. Can't ask for a nicer guy or a better opponent. He came in second at EW in Europe. You can check out his channel. I am actually level 1. A huge supporter of Vintage and consider him a friend of the store. Always nice to see him and play against him, especially when you have a turn 1 uncontested Karn. That's going to be a wrap in game 1. Just turn 1 Karn, turn 2 Mycosynth. Sometimes Magic is an easy game. Now, he had mulled down to 4 because he was on Oath, knew exactly what I was on. He was looking for some pitch magic, couldn't find it. He would have had a turn 1 show and tell for Atraxa, but Karn shut that down. So I just take and make a couple of swaps for some force negations, and we are on to the next one. 2 out, 2 in. Let's go. I open up another solid hand, which he sees immediately as he fetches for an underground and thought seizes me. I think about forcing or not. I've got a 1 ring with force and metamorph, and it's going to be played on the first turn because I've got Workshop, Grim Monolith, Ancient Tomb. I mean, it's a solid hand. Ultimately, I say, you know what? Card on top of the library is the one you need to worry about, pointing to my deck. He says, oh man, I hope not. Takes the 1 ring, leaves me with the force and metamorph, and the card on top, Mycosynth. I had accidentally left it in, still a little rattled from my loss the previous round, which I threw away, and, losing that undefeated streak in a big open like that took a little bit of gas out of me. Huge error, and against a really strong opponent, just super disappointing. So I've got Mycosynth, a complete brick in my hand, and, for a split second considered scooping, but I pass the turn, and Justin plays a Null Rod, which beats my deck soundly most of the time. But I see that Null Rod, and I'm like, boys, we got a plan. Here we go. He follows it up with an Oath of Druids. I also don't force that. So there's back-to-back potential game-winning plays where he knows I have force blue card. And he's like, what is going on? Like, Null Rod, just Jewel Shops is not going to beat Null Rod most of the time. But, like, if Oath resolves, as soon as I find an Orchard, it's over. And then I jam the Mycosynth with the force backup that he knows about. And he thinks, and he's just like, well, you were on the draw. And I'm like, yeah, with 61 cards. He's like, oh my God, is that even legal? Like, he's just like, Hail Mary, calls the judge over. He's just like, yeah, no, that's totally legal. Your opponent can be a donkey now. And that's sometimes just how you got to take out a great player. Just, you find the lines, that's all there is to it. You got to play with the cards that you draw. And that was how I took out Justin's run at the title this year. Just absolutely devastating. So you can send your condolences to him over on his channel. I am actually level 1. I'm sure he could use them. I don't know if he'll ever really heal from this one. I suspect every time he sees a Mycosynth, he will remember this story.